I'm not completely heartless. I'll even throw that time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back. Back to that blissful moment.
It's almost time for the reception, milady.
It actually really worked.
September 21st, 10:13 a.m. Wright Anything Agency. Okay, let me make sure I've got this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand and blow out the candle. No, Athena, you've got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire while holding the candle in your mouth. There's no way I'll ever be able to do that. Sure you can. I believe in you, Athena. Trissy, what are you and Athena up to? Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show. I couldn't say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it through first. Now, it's team cannonball this, guillotine that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know. You made your bed, Athena. Now you've got a lie in it. No, I'm too young to be taking out a life insurance policy already. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm the head of this law office. And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy? I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here, huh? Ha ha ha. You got me there, Trissy. This is Trissy Wright. She's my adopted daughter, and a magician. And I'm Athena Sykes, the rising star lawyer of the Wright Anything Agency. Or rather, the rising star assistant to Trissy, you mean. If I don't get back into a courtroom soon, I'm going to forget everything I ever learned. Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we? Business is as slow as ever, huh, Nick? Bet you made more money back when you played the piano. Oh! Yo, long time no see! Larry! I haven't seen you in years! What brings you here all of a sudden?
Some big news, that's what.
Okay. Who's this guy, boss? This is Larry Butts. He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine. So, Larry, what's so big that you had to come and tell me in person?
There's somebody I wanted you to meet.
Hey, you can come in now! Alright. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do an English accent. How do you do? Hi? The dress! Is that a wedding dress? Yes, it is. My name is Ellen Wyatt. I'm a domestic servant, maid of the Sprocket household. Sprocket? As in Sprocket Aviation? Yes, that's the one. Well, Mr. Wright, Sprocket Aviation is a really big airline company. You've heard of Rainbow Airlines, right? The one they call RAL for short? Yeah, that does sound familiar. Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation. I see. But what is the Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress? So, actually, we've decided to get married. You what? I'm not so young anymore, you know. I figured it's time to finally settle down. What? You're getting married? No way, I don't believe it. Besides, why would someone as well put together as her choose someone as flaky as Larry? You're kidding, right? Jealous? I don't blame you, but green's really not your color, you know? Sigh. Alright, Larry. Lay it on me. In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married? Not right away, but that's the plan. We're getting a loop, see? Like, love on the run, I guess you could say. Is that right, Ellie? Larry. Larry. I do believe there's been a major misunderstanding here. My heart already belongs to another. I'm in love with Soren. Not you. Say what? That's about what I thought. Well, baby, you ran away with me so we could get married? As I said, you must understand. You said you had me escape. That's the only reason I ran away with you. This is not happening. I even shook off the police for you. And for what? That's it. We got me together. I'm gonna know. Wait, back up. Did you say you shook off the police? Yes, we had to, because we were lovers on the lam. Sorry, Miss Wright, but can you maybe fill me in on what's going on? To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect. Murder? They think you killed somebody? I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me. They had me confined in a separate room, and that's when Larry came along and helped me escape. I'm sorry, but what? Oh, Nick. Me and Ellie were gonna elope. We were gonna put it all on the line for true love. But the police tried to stop us, so we had to scramble to shake them off. Where did it go wrong? I feel a migraine coming on. Please help me. The police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on TV.
More news on the murder suspect and an unidentified man on the run from the police. A photo of the suspect, Miss Ellen White, has been just released by the police. Sources say that the 21-year-old is suspected of clubbing the victim, 25-year-old Dumas Gloomsbury, to death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. The two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous. If you see them... You've got to be kidding me. Oh, brother. I guess this means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh? Sniffle. Oh, Nick, what's a guy to do? At least help me hardcore. I'm the one who should be crying. I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all this time? You mean you don't know? You really gotta stop living under a rock and get out more. I'm the hippest, hottest picture book author in the business. Louise Dunham! I can't believe you didn't know that I'm taking the picture book world by storm. Oh, but I know you. You're the one who wrote Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip, right? Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about a one-hit wonder. A one-hit wonder? What the hell, Dick? I'll have you know I just created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's probably with 18 to 24-year-old women everywhere. Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket. What? That heart-shaped pork chop? He's a pork chop! He's the main character better in this picture book. A lovable little solo pieces that hearts of love each other's areas and more. Cool Piglet! You can see this adorable fella make his debut in Q Piglet's Lovey-Dovey Lark. In stores now! Are you sure? Because I've never seen that book in stores now or ever. Well, if you do ever see it, do me a favor and buy me a copy or two, will you? I thought you were taking the picture book world by storm. Anywho, you'll defend Ellie in court, right, buddy? Please, I'm begging you. I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean and pure as his pure white dress. No Cyclops. Guess that means she's telling the truth. But helping a fugitive on the run? What am I getting myself into? There's actually one more thing I really need to tell you. Oh, you might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler. I'm not sure I follow. After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death. But then, in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck, and I went back in time to just before the reception started. Only this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead, and somehow I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history had been rewritten. Now wait just a minute here. I don't understand. Are you saying that... What's going on? Mr. Wright, there are police cars outside. And not just one or two, but a whole bunch. Daddy, a whole squad of officers in this building surrounded. What? This is the police. There's no escape. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up. Nick, a Survival! What do we do? Heck if I know. I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3... 44, 45. Wow, talk about overkill. Listen here, you criminals. Think about what you're putting your poor parents through. I'm sure this is how they raised you. Think about their smiling faces and their warm home-cooked meals. Who the heck are you? A detective? No, hold on there. Hey, you can't go in there. It's too dangerous. Wait!
Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright?
Who else would it be? Emma?
I'm sorry for all the commotion.
So what in the world is going on?
Well, I raced on over as soon as I heard that it was Mr. Butts who had hauled himself up in here with the murder suspect after he made off with her.
And the fleet of patrol cars?
Well, police are being extra careful. Because apparently a certain somebody yelled out, "Stay back, I have a bomb." I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about.
Well, the police were being so persistent, I had to do something, so I tried bluffing. You know, like you do in court, Nick. Please leave me out of this.
Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning. So if you want to talk with her, you'll have to do it down at the detention center.
Sigh. I suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry. Come on, Nick. We gotta get down to the detention center right away. Listen, Larry. I haven't even decided whether I'm gonna take on this case or not. But I know you will, because it's you! Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help, then.
What? Skip out on me. You've only just started practicing your repertoire, you know?
Oh? You better stay and practice with Trucy, Athena. A promise is a promise, after all. That's cold, boss. You've got to get me out of this. I can't take it anymore.
Let's get practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Stick your head in this bucket of water and hold your breath for 15 minutes.
No! Stop! I'm begging you!
Oh, she's getting away. You get back here, Athena.
Ha ha ha. I guess the only person cut out to be Trucy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we better get to the detention center and ask Miss Wyatt some questions. Especially about that whole time-traveling business she was talking about. I bet we were the only office in existence that uses magic props as furniture. At this rate, Trucy's props are gonna wind up taking over the whole office. I mean, they're already halfway there. Charlie looks as lush and green as ever, thanks to Athena taking such good care of him. I guess I should pitch in every once in a while too, huh? Oh, nice. Maybe I should tidy this place up every once in a while. Still, I bet we're gonna use all this stuff sometime soon again anyway, so it's probably better just to leave things where they are. I haven't played this old thing in a long time. Not that I could ever play it to begin with. And considering all the complaints I get, I guess I better just continue to not play it. Apollo's jacket, Athena's notes, and Trucy's magic props. Not that I'm complaining. It's nice to know my friends and family are always close by. This office might look messy, but at least I keep all of my clients' personal info safe under lock and key. That's what a successful man does, right? Puts his efforts where they count. Alright. I was kind of hoping that Larry would butt in, so to speak. Make a few comments, but I guess he might have gone to the detention center without me. Here we go. Of course, she's still in the same wedding dress, with the same pendant, and the same bouquet, the same pose. Why did I expect anything else? September 21st, Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Wyatt, would you mind if I ask you a few questions? Nigga's gonna defend you, Ellie. Isn't that great? Larry, I told you I haven't decided yet.
What?
not gonna take my case? Whoa! I'm never gonna be happy. Miss White? What the? Did I do something wrong? Whoa! Miss White, please calm down. I'm innocent, I tell you. But the police won't believe me, and neither will anyone else. I'm gonna die all alone in a jail cell. Alright, I'll do it. I'll take your case. Just please stop crying. Really? You will? The fact that Larry was the one who the fact that Larry was the one who brought you to me had me a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me. Oh, thank you! Thanks, Nick. I knew you'd come through. Did I really have a choice? I guess not. In any case, this seemed like Mr. White killed me. What? That fucking sound effect. That waterfall sound effect. God damn. In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss White killed anybody. I can't look away. It's so distracting. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in work at the moment. Miss White, Ellen, let's do this together. Whoa! Oh, thank you, Miss Wright. There. It's gonna be okay. Now, try to pull yourself together. All right. Just give me a moment. Oh. I'm truly grateful to you for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright. Sure, no problem. Wow, she literally pulled herself together. Okay, well, that was an experience. What can you tell me about this? Oh, never mind that. What about Soren? Oh, sorry. Do you suppose he hates me now? I really couldn't say. Oh, what if he doesn't love me anymore because of all this? Whatever shall I? Sniffle. Oh no, she's gonna start crying again. I really don't think he hates you, Ellen. You don't? Really? Yes, really. Probably. So don't cry. You'll only cause him more heartache if you do. Yes, you're right. As a sprocket bride, I have to hold my head up high at all times. I better really watch what I say around Ellen. Okay, never mind then. I thought we were gonna get a cool little joke, but instead we got a reference to Soren, who's, I'm guessing, her betrothed. Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident. Alright. It happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. Wasn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in that news report? Maybe I should listen to what she has to say first, though, before I start asking questions. What a creep! That's rich, coming from you. Do you have any idea why he'd attack you? No, but... But what? Well, to tell the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married. Jeez, jealous much? What a loser! Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto the Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was. I was just about to lose my life on what should have been the happiest day of my life. So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant. That pendant? Yes, it was a gift from my husband-to-be, Soren. He said it's a symbol of our love. And so you made a wish on it? Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but... I beg the pendant, please, take me back to that blissful moment. And do you know what? It worked. It brought me back to just before the reception started. So that's the time traveling thing you mentioned back at my office? I'm sorry, but I have to say, it's pretty unbelievable. Unbelievable! Oh god, here we go again. I do you never believe me?
Nick. Ellie here is an honest-to-goodness time traveler. Do you believe your own client? The magic of that pen is sent her back in time before the creep could kill her.
Sure, Larry, sure.
It's really true, I tell you. This pen is an important part of the time machine Sauron made. I begged it for help, but it really did send me back in time. Is she listening to herself? I haven't experienced the reception again, even though it already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all. Could you not cook while we're talking, please? Alright, so when and how did you come under suspicion for murder? Well, after the reception ended. The second reception, I mean. I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place by myself. Hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day? For my last task as a servant in the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet. I see. I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in the room, but it was so heavy I lost control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside the lantern. So you simply happened to be the first to discover the body, right? That's right. I just came across it by accident. But I became confused. I didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I had killed him. So this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen, but then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time? A time machine and a magic pendant. How could any of this be possible? I'm thinking she was hypnotized into believing all of that. Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about that other thing too? What, that shadowy figure you saw when you were being attacked? Yes, good idea, Larry. So, you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right? That's right. We've only had a few brief interactions, so I can't say I know him at all. Oh, Ellie, how can you say that? You've been my fate, I'm telling you! We're about to be together! What? You're wrong, Larry. I've never been so right, baby. It's as plain as the Gucci on my chin. Larry, don't make me send you to timeout. Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like? Oh. His name is Sauron Sprocket. Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny. Did you say Sauron Sprocket? As in... That's right. The next president of Sprocket Aviation. Wait, he's in line to take over the company? There's nothing but a small friend! I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly! Larry, you and Sauron are as different as night and day. There's no comparison. Ellie, you're breaking my achy, breaky heart. So, she's marrying into money, huh? I can't believe Sauron chose me, a simple house servant. He's my knight in shining armor, my prince. Oh, my Sauron. So, what's this shadowy figure you saw, Ellen? It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me. Right after I made a wish upon this pen and I started to pass out. But just then, just as I lost consciousness, I saw somebody strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind. You did? Then that person must be the true culprit. Did you see who it was? I'm afraid no. Have you told anybody else about this? I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They said it was all just a dream. I can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel. Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you. I'm going to it! Okay, so... Right, so he's next in line. He killed Gloomsbury. Ellen passed out. He then convinced everyone at the reception to pretend like nothing happened and that the reception is today and just do the same day over again. Pretend like nothing is wrong. and put the blame on her, just so that he doesn't go to jail and destroy his reputation and the reputation of the Sprocket family name. That's my guess. I guess I've asked her all I can for now. Speak and span, speak and span. Ellen, what are you doing? I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Soren comes. I can't have my future hubby coming into the dirty room now, can I? It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Speak and span, speak and span. Let's hope we can wipe away all suspicion from you soon, too. Nick, we better get to the crime scene right away. What, you're coming too? Of course I am. If I solve the crime and reveal the true killer with my super sleuthing skills, Ellie might change her mind about me, you know? You never get the message, do you, Larry? Next up, the mooring dock in Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go! Look at that guard. He's standing right in that camera's blind spot. From that position, I bet he could even doze off and get away with it. This mic has been here for a long time. Looks pretty worn out. But this little guy has made thousands of conversations possible. So I'd probably end up feeling kind of sad if they just up and replace it. That camera, what is it pointed at anyway? They're trying to film the defendants. Shouldn't it be pointed more this way? You know, that's a good point. Very good point. Oh! What's wrong? I just remembered our reception. We were supposed to be so happy together. Oh, where did it all go wrong? I can't blame her for being upset. Why did this have happen to... Why does this have to happen to me? Ellen, please try to calm down, okay? Alright. Well, she stopped crying, but how can I ask her about anything when she's still so clearly distraught? Alright. I guess we're not. To the mooring dock, then. Huh. September 21st, Sprocket Park, mooring dock. So, this is Sprocket Park, but where's the reception hall? The reception hall? Oh, that's... Wow, looky there. What? What is it? I just spotted me a cute mamacita. Don't wait up, Nick. Hold on, where's the reception hall? Sorry, Nick, a man's gotta stop and smell the roses when they appear. I am an artist after all. Oh, miss! Yoo-hoo! Yeah, I thought he was gonna take me to the crime scene. Oh well, I'm sure he'll come slinking back when he inevitably gets rejected. I'll just take a quick look around until then. That Larry? I guess I'll just keep looking around here until he gets back. Okay. Wow, this thing is really banged up. You look at it. You look at the sign? They say it got damaged by the heavy winds yesterday. A big gust sent that bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway. I see. The wind caused that? More like a tornado. Repair guy was saying, don't touch, it's dangerous. I see. Thanks for the heads up. Poor guy. Looks like it was a lot of work. So, this bench hit that sign, huh? Hopefully, it didn't hit a person, too. That would be a catastrophe. I guess from now on, whenever I'm walking around outside, I better be on the lookout for unidentified flying furniture, too. Wow, that airship is huge! Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud. I've only ever seen airships like this up in the sky, but I've got to say, they're mighty impressive when you see them up close like this. Hey, sorry about that. I actually thought you'd be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh? Lay off, man! I was on my game today! So now that you're done, you might tell me where the reception hall is already? What do you mean? It's right there in front of you. Huh? inside the airship? Right in front... Wait, what's that say? Flying chapel? Do you mean to tell me...
Yep. This reception was on that airship.
Whoa, a sky-high reception hall?
Yep, that's where you find the crime scene. Man, not only does that airship fly through the sky, but the space-time continuum, too.
But the happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip, though.
Here, check the airship out for yourself with this pamphlet. By the way, I figured you could use some backup, so I called in some help for you.
You did?
Yep, should be here any minute now.
Yep.
That red sports car.
Larry, don't tell me you called.
You know it, buddy.
I trust you've been well, Wright. Oh, what? Surprise! No, admit it. That was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it?
Maya, what are you doing here?
Larry called me up. He said something about it finally being time for him to tie the old knot. But that's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride.
Maya, I know this is sudden, but please marry me!
Nick, what's Larry talking about? He was done by his bride. Well, by his imaginary bride, anyway. Wow, poor Larry. That's a new low, even for him. But hey, imaginary girlfriends never hurt anyone, right? More power to him. This is Maya Fey. She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. But now that her training is over, she's back home in the States. That's right. The new and improved Maya Fey is on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready.
Look at you, Maya, all grown up and as cute as ever. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. If I ever got married, I'd miss out on all the fun of always meeting somebody new.
I see you haven't changed a bit, Larry. The Edgeworth? I figured that car belonged to you. When did you become Maya's chauffeur?
Something like that. I just happened to run into her en route and picked her up. And by run into her, I mean she jumped out in front of my car. I nearly ran her down.
This is Miles Edgeworth. He's a friend of mine, and the district's chief prosecutor. I heard he's been busy lately. So, what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me. Larry called you up too?
He did. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene.
Business? What kind of business? What do you think, Phoenix? I've already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. I can't believe Edgeworth's still driving around that bright red car. Maybe it's time he pimped it out by slapping a cravat on its hood or something. Wow, that huge airship is more to just this skinny little tower. I know it's side down and all, but it still looks like a good breeze could send it flying.
Just so you know, Wright, I am the lead prosecutor on this case.
What? You?
Yes. It appears we'll be standing on opposite ends of the battlefield this time around.
So I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow. But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor?
It's a bit complicated, to say the least.
In what way?
The groom is a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in court, it would sully the Sprocket name. So they tried to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office.
Pressure to settle it amicably, right? What do you mean, settle it amicably? It means that they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug. Wow, Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout?
Yes, they have especially strong ties in both the political and the judicial world. To the point where no one dares to oppose them.
Don't tell me that includes you.
Don't be ridiculous, right? It's quite the opposite. The prosecutor's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last one of my subordinates was loathed to prosecute Sprocket.
So that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right?
That's right. I will personally see to it that justice is served. I always prosecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I'm up against.
for that is a part of my creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that, not even the Almighty Sprockets. Right. If they think they can use their influence to bend the truth, they have another thing coming. You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests, but all they got instead was you. Reggie, come on, man! How can you prosecute my poor sweet Ellie? What kind of heartless jerk are you? I'm simply doing my job. And I'm warning you, right? I won't hold back. Not for you or anyone else. Thanks for the warning, your righteousness. So, how's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume? Of course. Unlike somebody who has too few clients and too much time on his hands. Huh. Guess that explains why your brow is more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth. Huh. Nice try, Wright. But as always, I have no intention of showing anyone any mercy. Including you. As inflexible as ever, I see. Besides, I think I've mellowed out a bit with age. So if anything, those furrows should have smoothed out a little as well. Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind to yourself? Excuse me? He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he? Edgeworth, about this incident. Don't forget, Wright, I'm the prosecutor for this case. Did I remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries? No, I guess we are adversaries for now. And you, Larry? Me? I'd like you to come with me. You have a lot to answer for after that little stunt you pulled with the suspect. But Edgy, we're all pals, are we? Personal appeals will work on me, Larry. Now come along. Nick, help me out of here! It's just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever? Yeah, I guess some things never change. So much for mellowing out. Well, Nick, we better hop to it, too. Hop to what? Investigate the crime scene, of course. What else? It's been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is gonna be fun. Fun, huh? It has been a long time, though, since we were last together like this. Alright, to the crime scene, then. Yeah, and away we go! Cool. It's not every day you get to see an airship up close like this. So I'm pretty psyched for this. Me too. If it wasn't for the fact that it's the scene of a murder. Oh, right. I almost forgot about that part. Wow, that sign really got smashed up. There were some really high winds yesterday, and they say that bench was blown right into the sign. Wow, I wish I could have seen that. If you'd been there, you would have gotten blown away by the wind too, you know. That sounds kind of fun, actually. Don't tell me you never tried to use an umbrella to fly when you were a kid. I think I'll take staying alive over fun. Thank you very much. Alright then. Nothing else for us to do here. Let's head inside the reception hall. September 21st, Flying Chapel, Reception Hall. So, this is the reception hall. According to the pamphlet, we're right here. Yikes, we're pretty high up. But at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad. Oh, look, Nick. It's Emma. Hey, Emma, over here. Mr. Wright, Maya, does this mean you have taken the case? Yeah, that's how things kind of turned out. So, do you mind if we take a look around? Be my guest. We've pretty much wrapped up our investigation, so go right ahead. Now's a good chance to find out more about the case from Emma too. Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about this case, so do you think you could give us a rundown? Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuting, I'd expect him to be tight-lipped about it. The incident occurred yesterday, on September 20th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 7 to 10, huh? Got it. By the way, you didn't hear about any time traveling or anything, did you? Time traveling? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Forget it. That's pretty much the response I expected. The victim's name is Dumas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household. Ellen was a maid for that family as well, so that means 2 of them were co-workers? Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant, after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very closed and private man. So the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom behind his back. If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher rank than Ellen. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man, a guy who was essentially her boss? We don't know the defendant's motive yet, but the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her. And what circumstances are these exactly? Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the immediate aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with the murder weapon still in her hands. Why would a bride, who's just about to start a happy new life, kill someone? Do the police have an explanation for that? Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back. But why did he attack her to begin with? Well, a mere servant girl is going to suddenly be the wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Ellen first? But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick? It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we could prove that, but I wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim. But wow, servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company. Sounds like a modern-day fairy tale. It does. It does, doesn't it? Thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently. Suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on, so she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself. So a maid with no family or fortune was set to marry the president's son, huh? I guess it's not surprising that ruffled a feather or two. Yes, apparently the groom's parents and all of his other relatives were strongly opposed. But that didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding. Love flourishes in the face of adversity. Oh, is that how it works? Yep. If you ever have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified expert. I spend all my spare time in Korean watching soap operas on TV. I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Mai. Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment, too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her. So even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who opposed their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now. So what was the murder weapon, Emma? This clock with a secret mechanism built into it. It was on display here in the reception hall. The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered. So the victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? That's funny. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell. Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence. But there was definitely a luminol reaction, and it matches up with the shape of the injury, so it's gotta be the murder weapon. What a funny looking clock. They call it the Timekeeper. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it'll bring them back to the memory of their wedding day. A time machine, huh? Come to think of it, Ellen said her penny was a part of a time machine. I wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works. Is there something I could do to help you with that? Actually, I was hoping it would help me move my investigation along. Sorry, but that's not gonna do much for you here, I'm afraid. That's too bad. No, don't look so glum. You have to keep a positive outlook. Why don't you take a break with something sweet? I highly recommend Snackoos myself. You want to try some? No thanks. I appreciate the offer, though. Suit yourself. You don't know what you're missing. Huh. Peggable lantern? Pegacow lantern. Sweetheart table. Vista deck. Love is always in the air on the Flying Chapel, the only wedding venue sure to make your dreams take flight. After the ceremony out on the Vista deck, Sprocket Aviation's majestic Pegamoo mascots will light up the happy couple from both sides of the sweetheart table. Huh. So, you're sure this is the murder weapon in this case? Positive. The shape of the victim's injuries and the shape of this clock are a perfect match. I see. I dare say that if somebody were to get knocked over the head with this thing, it's more likely to cut off their future than send them to the past. I can't disagree with you there. That injury could have been made post-mortem, though. Gotta keep that in mind. Alright. Let's start investigating, I guess. This must be the lantern the body was found in. Ellen managed to move it quite a ways. Looks like a cow, but it's pretty badly broken. That's not a cow, Nick. That's Pegasus, the flying horse. No way. It's definitely a cow. It's got horns and everything. But look, it has wings. Cows don't have wings. So it's a Pegasus, I tell you. Oh, I know. That pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently, it's called a Pegamoo. I did not see that one coming. Yet somehow, the name really captures the essence of what this creature is, you know? Huh, that's strange. What is? Well, this Pegamoo is definitely a male Pegable, right? Yeah, I'd say so, with the horns and all. Okay, well, that Pegamoo over there is also a Pegable. But take a look at the pamphlet. See, the one on the right says Pegable, but the other one says Pegacow, a female Pegamoo. Right. Pamphlet goes on to say how they have Pegamoos for the happy couple. Ah, it's a duplicate. So, for Ellen's ceremony, there should have been a male and female pair of Pegamoos, but for some reason, there are two males here. Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room? It's hard to believe a few... Wait, who's talking? Oh, maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room. It's hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder, though. In any case, we better check this thing out. What do you think this is, Maya? Looks like a flower petal to me. What an unusual shape for a flower petal. I suppose it's from one of the flowers here in the reception hall. No, I don't see a single flower like this at any of the tables. I wonder where it came from. Hey, what's this? Oh, let me take a look. Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the visa deck. Looks like a note outlining the murder plot. Whoever wrote it has better handwriting than me, but it looks like they wrote it in a rush. Why do you say that? Because writing is always smudged starting from the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention to where my hand is on the page. I guess I'll take your word on that, Miss Bad Handwriting Expert. Hey, even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly. Alright, let's get back to the note. That note was apparently written by the victim. Why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? Are you sure the victim wrote it? I sometimes write a note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour. Maya, are you craving curry rice or something? Whoops. So, Emma, where is this vista deck the note mentions? It's that heliport you see right outside the window over there. So, he planned on pushing Ellen off from there. What a monster. Interesting. So, this is where the body was found. And the first person to find it was Ellen. Emma, what can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found? Let's see. The victim was apparently hit on the back of his head. Here is a photo of the scene as we found it. Okay, cool. Let me see that. The victim's body was found collapsed inside one of the peggable lanterns. Scattered around his body were flower petals, a note, and broken parts of the lantern. The petals were from flowers not found inside the reception hall. So maybe he was killed someplace outside the airship, and then his body was stuffed here. Did this come off from the lantern? Did this come from the lantern? Heck, it's covered in blood. Maybe it's got on there. Maybe it got on there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern. Can you imagine going to open a door and finding the knob covered in blood? That'd be bloody awful, to say the least. I guess that about does it for this lantern. This is the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit, where they gorge themselves on the wedding feast, you mean? I'd be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this, though. They say that newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know. They have to greet and talk with all the guests that came to give their blessings. They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy their dinner. Oh, I won't be able to stand that. I can't imagine having a huge feast right in front of me and not being able to eat it. They say brides tend to have an especially hard time because of their wedding dresses. With those tight corsets squeezing their waists, they can barely eat a bite. Really? Sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture. I guess food still wins over romance in Maya's book. So, that's the vista deck out there. I bet the view is amazing. But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick? Yeah, kind of. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here. This must be where the time machine was placed. I can't believe that such a beautiful memento was used for murder. It's just awful. Nick, we have to prove Alan's innocence, no matter what it takes. I agree. We can't let this go down as the satisfying wedding reception in history. I think that about does it for this area. A model airplane, the perfect decoration for an airline company wedding. And a propeller plane like this lends the room a great old-timey feel. Oh, I'd love to see the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. Can you picture it? The Steel Samurai zipping through the clouds over Neo Tokyo? If Sprocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor of the show, I can see it happen. Why didn't I think of that? I think I'll go suggest the idea to them later. Please at least wait until after the trial is over. It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. It's kind of a romantic notion, don't you think? Yeah! But I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well. I'm sure it's fine. Please don't let it fall on my head. Wow, look at the horns on this flying bovine. He must be a bull. Seems he made it through the ceremony in one piece. By the look of those wheels, I bet he can be rolled around rather easily, too. Yeah, I bet it would be quite a hassle if you had to lift and carry him everywhere. And this is what the backside looks like. What's that by the bottom of his tail? A wheel handle? Oh, I get it. This way they can get inside to change the light bulbs. I see they left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted. I guess they figured nobody will see it, so why bother? Makes sense to cut costs where you can. Well, overall, I can't say I see anything strange about this thing. Alright, let's go over here. Uh-huh. Looks like a business card wallet. I wonder whose it is. That face looks awfully familiar. Yes, it does. Guess I'll bring it to him later. Get a load of that huge set of doors. I bet all sorts of things come and go through there. Like an elephant. I'm pretty sure it's just the bride and groom. This is a banquet hall, not a circus. That's one big partition screen, industrial size even. I bet it'd cause an industrial size mess if it fell over. That's why you're not allowed to touch it, Maya. What? Then who's gonna test how stable it is? Just leave it alone. Please? It's a fog machine for the reception. Pretty cool, huh? Don't you dare touch it! No, spoil sport. That's because I know how you operate. Okay, that's a weird looking shadow. I wonder what this partition is for. I imagine people like the reception staff or entertainers use it. They're probably way behind it when they're on standby. I see. With a partition this size, I bet they could even fit an elephant back there. Not that anyone sane would. It's a fog machine. I wonder if they used it during the reception. Ooh. Hey, Nick, go stand over there for a sec. Why? Just because. Now go. Alright. I've got a bad feeling about this. Fog Master 9000 on! My, no! Uh-huh. Aw, nothing happened. Looks like it won't work without some dry eyes. Darn it. All I wanted to do is surround you in a thick cloud of smoke. Sigh. Well, I guess that just about does it for the crime scene. Hey, Nick, I want to see the rest of the airship. We might as well since we're here. True, we might even run into some of the other people involved in the case. Nick, how long has that guy been standing there? I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me, are you with Sprocket Aviation? Huh? Nick, you wrote something on that paper airplane. I guess we're supposed to read it then? Let's see here. Get out, intruders. Well, that was a rather cold welcome. Mr. Wright, Maya, meet the lone son of the president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket. Or, to put it in another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation. So he's Ellen's fiancé. Oh, there he goes. He's kind of an eccentric. I hear he's the genius inventor behind many of Sprocket Aviation's business successes. An inventor, huh? Yep, he even designed this airship. That's pretty impressive. Nick, this is no time to be standing around gawking. We have to go after him. We need to ask him about some questions about Ellen. Oh, right. Looked like he was heading outside. Absolutely unbelievable. What kind of monster would plan to commit a murder on somebody's happiest day? I take it this means you don't have any significant new leads? No, I'm afraid not. You? I've got nothing. I wish I could be of more help. Well, thanks anyway. I appreciate it. All we can do is keep on keeping on, right? It's absolutely unbelievable. What kind of monster would plan to commit a murder on somebody's happiest day? Huh. Okay. No comment on that? Alright, well, see you later then. September 21st, Sprocket Park, mooring dock. There he is. Excuse me, can we talk to you? Excuse me, do you mind if I ask what you're doing? He sure is riding up a storm. It is possible. The theoretical matter can retain its form. Let's just... Hold on. I was thinking of what voice to give him. It is. It is possible. It is... No. It is possible if... It is possible if an enormous childhood mouse could be detected in... No. It's too grown up sounding for him. Okay. It is possible if an enormous childhood mouse could be detected at that observation point, then theoretically matter could retain its form even as it crosses the event horizon. Let's just see what he has to say about Ellen. Excuse me, but we'll be representing Ellen in court tomorrow. So, can we ask you about the case? Ow! What the? Not interested. Not interested? How can you say something like that? This is about your fiancé. He's under arrest, you know. Amateur of the airship is approximately 80 feet. The amount of energy necessary to move matter comprised of that amount of mass is off in his own little world. I can't believe he said he was not interested in talking about his own bride's arrest. We'll just have to talk on his level then, with something he might be interested in. Could you take a look at this? Is that Ellen's? Ellen told us that she traveled through time during the incident. She said it happened after she made a wish on this pendant. You mean to say you two are Ellen's lawyers? Yes, I just told you that a minute ago. Sorry, I was lost in thought. He wasn't even listening? Oh boy. He's not at all what I expected, based on Ellen's gushing testimonial anyway. We'd like to ask you about Ellen's case, if you don't mind. I don't know anything about it, so why don't you go ask the police? In other words, not interested. This guy's the worst. Now I feel sorry for poor Ellen. In that case, can I ask you about how Ellen traveled through time? Go on. Guess I got your attention. So, is time travel really even possible? Yes, it is possible. Alrighty then. At the same time, it is also impossible. The pendant I gave Ellen is not supposed to operate as a time machine by itself. What do you mean? The timekeeper, that clock we had displayed in the reception hall, that is the body of the time machine. The pendant is simply a part. That clock was a murder weapon, wasn't it? But it's a time machine too. What Ellen experienced is akin to traveling down a road by car key. Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless, maybe the quantum system inside the pendant somehow accidentally interfered with the natural flow of the fourth dimension. We're losing him again. Maybe we better ask him some more about the time machine. So, you've been researching time travel, have you? Moving through the space-time continuum would be a man's ultimate means of travel. Time travel is a mode of transportation. Since the dawn of time, man has developed multifarious methods of transportation. Horses, steam engines, gas engines, airplanes, spaceships, but they're all fundamentally similar in that they constitute three-dimensional movement. Travel through the space-time continuum would shift mankind into a new paradigm. I don't know why, Nick, but I'm getting awfully sleepy all of a sudden. For generations, sprocket aviation has advanced the development of transportation. Therefore, it's only natural that I would research time travel as man's next great leap. Yawn. Oh, sit down. So what exactly does all that stuff he was saying mean, Nick? Well, basically, it's like taking a hamburger joint and adding a drive-thru to it, I guess? Oh, I get it. It's the same burger, but with a quicker and more efficient delivery system. So what Soren really wants to do is launch humanity into the future. Launch, not launch. But do you really believe that time travel is possible? It only becomes truly impossible when man stops daring to believe. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know. But you wouldn't understand. Did you hear that, Nick? Time travelers really do exist. All I know is Soren isn't the easiest guy to wrap your head around. Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the way he talks. It's full of hope for the future. He's more passionate than I thought, too. When it comes to inventions, anyway. Yeah. His apparent lack of concern for Ellen is troubling, though. So, I hear that the rest of the Sprocket family was opposed to your marriage? What are your thoughts on that?
Master Soren. It is time for the meeting on next term's project. What is this? Daydreaming about your inventions again? Tut tut, you are the future president. You must consider the business side too. It is I found Soren. Send the car over at once.
I'm not interested.
Oh, Master Soren, you do give me quite the headache at times. In any case, your attendant is waiting. Please go to him now.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Pierce Neutrode. Please call me Pierce. I am the Sprocket family butler.
Nick, a butler? I didn't know they actually still existed. I thought they were just on TV and stuff.
And who might you be, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm Phoenix Wright, Ellen White's lawyer. And I'm his assistant, Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium.
Oh, so it is you. I'm most grateful to you for taking on Miss Ellen's defense. You have my sincerest thanks.
Don't mention it. So hey, speaking of the case.
Oh, one moment, please.
Wow, what a beautiful pocket watch.
Oh, this is just a bit of good luck charm.
That's one expensive good luck charm. I guess it makes sense, knowing that time is pretty important in his line of work. So I guess that pocket watch is as important to him as my attorney's badge is to me.
There is a little time before I must attend to Master Soren again. Why not come to Sprocket Manor?
Huh? You mean to Soren's home?
As a token of appreciation for taking on Miss Ellen's defense, I would like to serve you some delicious tea and refreshments.
Oh boy, Nick, a fancy high society tea party, with high-class snacks and everything. What about the investigation? Are you kidding? What better place to investigate next than Soren's house? I don't know. Do you really think his house is going to give us any new leads? Of course it will. I say we take the boiler up on his kind offer and go to Soren's place. Alright, you win.
Very good. To Sprocket Manor, then.
Alright, sure. No time like the present. Ooh. Who are all these interesting looking people? September 21st, Sprocket Manor, Foyer. Is it Foyer or Foyer? Whatever. Wow, this place does not disappoint. Oh, I'm so excited. Whoa, slow down, Maya. The mansion isn't going anywhere.
Now then, we don't have to worry about anyone untoward eavesdropping here. I take it you wanted to ask me some questions.
Huh? That's why you invited us here?
I'm sorry to have tricked you like this, but this is a murder, after all. I couldn't talk openly about it in public and risk selling the Sprocket family's reputation.
Oh, and I was really looking forward to all those fancy snacks, too. There, Maya. Don't cry. This Pierce guy is one shrewd man. And Nick, look at that cute vintage radio. Radio? Oh, that thing over there under the stuffed bull's head? I'm gonna take a closer look. But I thought I told you to settle down. I'm sorry.
Not to worry.
Wow, that little mech fixed it right up.
I'm not only the butler, but I'm also Sprocket Aviation's repair department director. One might say that patching things up is my specialty.
That was incredible. What is that little doohickey on your shoulder, anyway?
It is my fixer-upper shoulder mech. Master Soren made it for me. It has too many features and functions to effectively enumerate at the moment, though.
That's so cool. I wish I had one of those.
Fixing things is a simple matter, but fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead. Oh, but forgive me. I seem to have gotten sidetracked.
You know, he looks awfully a lot like the victim. Just saying. He must be in shock over Mr. Gloomsbury's death. Still, I do need to ask him some questions about the case. I should take a look around and see what I can find out while I'm here, too. Hello? Nothing particularly interesting here. Oof. Damn, Phoenix. That's harsh. Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor?
Well, look at that. It's a Flying Chapel keycard.
Flying Chapel? What areas on the Flying Chapel require a keycard, if I may ask?
Mostly the areas we want to keep the public out of, such as the staff room and the hold, which is chock full of machinery.
So you can't enter those areas without a keycard?
That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen.
Wait, what's Ellen's keycard doing here? Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred?
I don't believe so, and she was arrested by the police right away this morning. Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here.
Was that man wearing a beret by any chance?
Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. He was also wearing sunglasses and a fake moustache.
I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here? Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception?
Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here.
Do you mind if we have a look at that photo?
Be my guest. Take as long of a look as you'd like.
Da da da. Da 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 da.
Well, what do you think of this gorgeous dreamscape? A thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds.
Wow, look at how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous, though. She does, doesn't she? Hey, look, there's Pierce. Really? Where? Right there, behind the sweetheart table. Hey, you're right. I bet he was there attending to the happy couple the whole dinner. So, what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this photo stick out at you? No, not at the moment, anyway. How much do you want to bet that that's not him? Hey, Nick, if Ellen really did travel back in time, do you think this photo is of the second reception? You know, after the time jump? I wonder. Excuse me, sir?
Yes, can I help you?
Ellen told us she traveled back in time. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Oh, no, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Climbed up faster than a clam.
He climbed up faster than the wife at the wedding night.
Nick, look at that airplane propeller up there going around and around. I see they've got an aviation theme going on. Makes sense we're an airline family. I wonder if it doubles as a fan. Oh, what if the rest of the plane were on the other side of that wall?
and the wall would open up so the plane would take off in an emergency. How cool would that be? If that's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bowl across the way? Oh, I know. Maybe it's the rest of him. That must be where the sprockets get their milk. Nick, first of all, that's a beef cow, and second, bulls don't make milk. Oh, then what have I been drinking this whole time? Gulp. Hey, Nick, now here's a real lady. What do you mean by that? She looks smart as a whip, doesn't she? Wonder who she is. We didn't see her on the airship. That is Selena Sprocket, Soren's elder sister. Beautiful and capable. She was a great lady. Soren's sister? I think I see the resemblance. Maybe I'll show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her. She looks familiar. She really looks like Ellen, which doesn't bode for well. Let's just put it that way. Oh, it's the bridal bouquet. Hey, Nick, how about I throw it and you try to catch it? Why me? Just because. I bet you look hilarious flailing around trying to grab it. But doesn't tradition dictate that it's the ladies that go after the bouquet? Who cares? Just catch it! Here! Ow! Hey, you threw that right in my face! Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet, trust me. Why not? They say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of the marriage that doesn't last. But I already got it. Whoops, too late now, huh, Nick? Don't you dare touch that radio again. It looks like an expensive antique. What are you worried about? If it breaks again, Pierce will just fix it up again. I really hope he's nice enough to waive the repair bill. A bull. Come to think of it, there was a bull logo on the side of the flagging chapel, too. The president of the company must have a thing for cattle. The bull is a symbol of Sprocket Aviation. To be as strong and steady as a bull. That's the company creed, you know. Probably for all the back-breaking labor they put their employees through. By the way, that bull logo on the flying chapel, the one with the rainbow wings, his name is Rainy the Rainbow. Get it? I get it. He's a rainbow-colored bull, so he's a rainbow, right? What a memorable name, huh, Nick? Yeah, for the lameness of the pun. Alright, is that it? And what is this? Just wondering if there's anything you can tell me about it. I'm afraid not. I see. Time is money, as I say, so perhaps you should learn to spend it more wisely. Right. Good advice, but his chilly attitude is giving me some serious goosebumps. Master Soren made the timekeeper as a symbol of their love for each other. A symbol now tainted with blood. I can only imagine how shocking this must be for Master Soren. But surely Soren believes in the woman he loves. Master Soren has a future of Sprocket Aviation to think about. He cannot afford to let his personal feelings affect his judgment. That's awful. You might think so, but that's the kind of responsibility he must bear. All because he's in line to be the next president, huh? Sounds like it's not going to be easy to find out how Soren really feels about anything. This incident has severely damaged the company's reputation. I expect reservations for weddings on the Flying Chapel will face an unfortunate decline. Pierce, you just lost a subordinate, yet all you can think about is the business? I am not made of stone, I assure you, but if the company were to go under because of this incident, countless employees would lose their jobs. I see. To be honest, I wish we could have hidden this tragedy from the public, but now that it's going to trial, I suppose there's nothing to be done about it. So the fate of the company depends on this trial. This is more than I bargained for.
Master Soren made the timekeeper as a symbol of their love for each other. A symbol now tainted with blood. I can only imagine how shocking this must be for Master Soren.
But surely Soren believes in the woman he loves.
Master Soren has a future as Sprocket.
Okay.
You might think so. What is this? Gloomsbury. How could he do something so deranged? It is truly a shame. As a servant, he was a cut above the rest.
Mr. Gloomsbury worked under you, correct? Were there any signs that he was going to do anything like that to Ellen?
No, he gave no indication whatsoever. If only I'd realized what he was up to sooner.
I see.
And what is this? This incident has severely damaged the company's reputation. I expect the reservations will be...
Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we've met her yet.
Yes, about that.
Seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her?
All right, very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past, after all.
Soren's past?
Master Soren would become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line.
So why isn't she becoming the next president?
Because she died in a car accident.
What? I had no idea.
Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident. Losing the sister he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he has buried himself in his research on time machines. He also became a quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around then.
Seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him.
Master Soren has abandoned the company business and spends all his time on inventions. As a family butler, I am truly concerned. I believe it is high time he let go of the past. About the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for. Do you think she did it?
Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. I guess you could call it a gut feeling.
I see. I guess we have different opinions then. Do we now? The prosecution says that when Gloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family.
Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying this case.
I fear you're mistaken. All we sought was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now, as she is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet.
So basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose.
I realize how callous I must sound, but my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future and Master Soren, whose genius is essential to the company. I will do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as a Sprocket family butler.
You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well, don't you think? Yeah, I could easily picture Edgeworth with a butler.
Oh, and by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime. It was sometime after the reception. Some of the master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall. And that is when we saw it. A woman standing in front of the victim with the bloody murder weapon in her hand. It was none other than Miss Ellen. Fuck.
Why do I keep saying Ellen? But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like. That's right. She just happened to find the body. I do not know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. And that is what I told the police who came in response to my call. I see. So Pierce was the one who reported it to the police, huh? Did Ellen say anything to you about traveling through time? She must have been delirious. There's no need to take such a claim seriously. Soren himself said that time travel was possible, though. Master Soren said that? It sounds like he is still stuck in the past. He's psychologically stuck, I take it. Excuse me. What is it? I see. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still, I have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. You must not disappoint her, understand? You sure are busy. All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Soren to start focusing on the business side of things soon.
Hey, Nick. What are you doing here?
Larry?
Oh, man. You gave me a heck of a hard time.
Larry, what are you doing here?
I came to promote my new character, Q-Piglet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of tie-in with me for it.
Wow, I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You could learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them? Now is not exactly the time for that, in case you haven't noticed. See? And this is why you'll never be rich. Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something. You were there on the Flying Chapel yesterday, right?
Huh? Was I?
What were you doing there?
Nothing.
Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of. But never mind that. Did you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that. Let's start with you weren't involved in this case, were you? Larry? Hey, he took off! I just knew it. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Come on, Maya, after him. Oh, are you leaving so soon? We, have to run. Thank you for making time for us. I know you have to investigate, but please try to spare the family's feelings as you do. Yes, of course. Alright. Just gonna take a quick break and then we'll go catch up with Larry. Alright, welcome back. Our investigation into the time-traveling murder continues. Right now we are trying to catch up with Larry, who ran off somewhere. Let's see if we can catch up to him. September 21st, Sprocket Park, Mooring Dock. There he is. Hey, Larry!
Hey there, friend. Fancy meeting you here.
There's nothing fancy about it. All we did was follow you. So tell me, Larry, why did you run away like that?
Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. Full of inspiration for my new picture book hit me and I had to run is all. It was like a epiphany, you dig?
Right. He's just gonna keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick? Come on, Larry. I know you were on that airship, so what did you see? I didn't see anything! I said you were out there in the simulation! Cyclops.
You say something?
The spiritual power of this megatoma allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone is trying to hide something from me. They're called Cyclops, and when I see them, I simply present the megatoma to try my hand at breaking them. If I can unlock them, I'm sure to finally get a straight answer out of him.
Take that!
This is no time for games, Larry. I will find out where you're hiding. I'm telling you, Nick, you've got it all wrong.
I've got nothing to do with this case whatsoever.
Oh, come on, Larry. Even a baby could see through such a blatant and obvious lie. Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this present.
Take that!
You're the one who brought Ellen into my office in the first place. And all those cops. Nothing to do with the case whatsoever? Isn't gonna cut it this time, Larry. If you have to lie, at least do a better job of it.
If you're so convinced I'm lying, then let me ask you this.
What makes you think I was on somebody else's ship anyway? Doubling down, are you? Fine. You want proof, Larry? Here's proof that you were on that airship.
Take that!
Oh,
This is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? I found it in the reception hall. Good. Time to come clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding? Alright, fine! You got me! I'll tell you everything! Larry, what were you doing on that airship anyway?
well, I went there to deliver the welcome to our wedding sign they ordered from me.
Huh. I didn't know you took on real jobs like that, too.
Well, for your information, my wedding welcome signs are very popular on the net.
And that's how you met Ellen?
I mean, I'd seen her in the photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person, the way she smiled at me and said thank you, sigh, I felt like I'd been hit by lightning.
And that's when you fell in love with somebody else's bride, huh? So, were you invited to the reception?
Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall.
Smart move on their part, I'd say.
I got upset and started wandering around the airship. It must be when I dropped my business card wallet.
So somebody else must have found it and brought it to the reception hall then?
But you know what? I saw something incredible while I was on that flying chapel.
Like? Get a load of this. What the heck is this?
What do you mean, what is this? Isn't it obvious? It's a drawing. I sketched a picture of one of the cabins on the airship.
So what's so incredible about a cabin?
Look at what was outside the window. It's one of those flying dinosaurs, a real-life pterodactyl. I looked out the cabin window and there it was, just flying out there. That airship traveled through time, I tell you.
What?
When I told that Pierce Butler guy about it, he told me to never mention it to anyone again.
But why did he try to keep you from spouting what is clearly just nonsense?
Maybe Sprocket Aviation is secretly developing a time machine.
No way. Heck, this case is totally amazing! Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you?
Of course not! Edgeworth would just roll his eyes and think I was on my rocker. I didn't even tell him I was wandering around the airship. I told him I met Ellie at the mooring dock and we ran away together.
Yeah, I can see Edgeworth's eyes rolling right out of his head had he heard about this. It's a lot of H words. So Larry also experienced a time slip somehow. But how is that possible?
Hey Nick, I'll be taking my card wallet back now if you don't mind. Oh yeah, this is for you.
What is it?
It's a picture of the hold. I took it when I was wandering around on the airship. See, there's Ellie right there in the middle.
The hold? Cargo hold?
Yeah, see, it's right here on the diagram.
Okay, so now I know where the hold is, but what was Ellen doing there?
Well, they were using it as a prepping area for the reception.
I see. And around when did you take this?
Before the reception. I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready.
So this was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if it'll be of any help, but thanks for this anyway. Well, you can see these unique flowers. By the way, Larry, I heard that the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. So how did you get in there? Get down here! And the hits just keep on coming. Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation. Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen, too. Oh, that's right. You haven't met her yet, have you? Okay, let's head over to the detention center, then, so you can say hi.
Hey, that's the drawing I made. You better take care of it. I bet it's gonna be valuable someday. Oh, do you want me to add a character or something to it?
Oh, could you? I'd love to see a true artist at work. Hold it! As far as the close the drawing is, there will be no doodling on the evidence until the trial is over.
What do you mean, Marshal? I'm never gonna try anything for you ever again.
Oh, guess that's sad, huh, Nick? You don't remind you that it's still a piece of evidence, Maya.
What are you showing me that for? It's a detention!
Okay, sure, I still got to the airship and was wandering around it all by my lonesome. But you gotta believe me, I didn't kill anybody!
Why were you sneaking around on that airship in the first place?
Because it was fate! Yeah, that's it, I was just following my destiny. That's all I've ever done.
Oh, come on, Larry. Are you seriously gonna blame all the trouble you've ever caused on fate?
Yes.
Oh, I can't present the ID card that I found? Okay. Well, never mind then. Alright. To the detention center then. September 21st. Detention center visitor's room.
No, why?
Please understand that this is in Master Soren's best interest. Sounds like Ellen's busy talking with someone. The next president cannot be married to a criminal. It would disgrace Sprocket Aviation. Miss Ellen, I need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us. If it is Mr. Wright. So, their marriage is definitely off. There is no other choice. We cannot have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Soren and the Sprocket family, this is what is best.
No.
In that case, what if Nick here proved Ellen's innocence? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right?
I suppose you're right, but I'm afraid that will be impossible.
That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things. I don't take cases on lightly, so rest assured I'll prove her innocence.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world, for better or for worse.
Pierce, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage.
Huh, very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt.
I believe that's where you're wrong, Pierce.
I'm clean, I swear I am. Obsessively, compulsively clean. Just as clean as pure as this pure white dress.
Fine, you have my word, but you will be the one to regret this promise. Now, if you will excuse me.
Now I have all the more reason to win this case. Ellen, we finished our investigation, and we'd like to talk with you about what we found.
Okay, so what did you find out?
No! What's wrong? I just remembered our reception. We were supposed to be so happy together. God. Why is she allowed to have all this stuff with her? Frying pan?
Oh!
Again? Okay. So we can't present to her anything that reminds her of her reception? Okay, let's try presenting... I don't know. This note? Do you think she could be able to recognize the handwriting? Ellen, can you tell if this is Mr. Gloomsbury's handwriting?
No, I'm sorry. Not very familiar with this handwriting.
I see. And unless the handwriting is very distinct, I know it's often hard to tell.
I am sorry, but I'm not very comfortable with looking at a note which details a plan on how to murder me written on it.
Oh, sorry. I guess that should go without saying.
Gulp.
Are you alright?
I don't feel very well.
Nick, that photo's a bit much for most normal people, you know? Yeah, I guess you're right. Oops, that was pretty inconsiderate of me. What can you tell me about this?
Oh,
fuck's sake.
Sniffle. Oh, poor Selena. I feel so sad about what happened to her. Selena! Yikes, Ellen, please try to calm down. Pretty please, with sugar on top. Sorry, no, I was supposed to be happy. For Selena's sake, too.
We should probably leave this topic alone, Nick. I didn't know that she would be so well familiarized with Selena Sprocket. What can you tell me about this? What about that? What about sorry? What can you tell me about this? Alright, well, that's all we can present, I guess. In the course of our investigation, we heard that you have been seen standing in front of the victim with the murder weapon in your hands.
Wasn't what it looked like. It's true, I was holding the murder weapon. When I found him, he was already dead. I panicked. And I was hoping I could go back in time again like I had done earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking.
You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Fortunately, that sort of behavior makes you an easy target for the prosecution.
No.
And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws could confirm your story, I'm afraid.
I see.
The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something.
Really? What did he see?
Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claimed he saw something incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship.
What?
Not only that, but apparently Pierce Nichode told Larry to keep quiet about it.
Why would Pierce do such a thing?
Larry's theory is that Sprocket Aviation is developing something in secret. A time machine, to be exact.
Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story? Because it's a secret?
I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your key card at Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he'd keep an eye on it for you.
Oh, thank goodness! I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I'd looked everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it!
At least there are tears of joy this time for a change. Well, Nick, looks like you'll have to prove the existence of time travel in court tomorrow.
That's right. I swear that while Mr. Gloomsbury was being killed, I was busy traveling back through time.
Great. With stodgy skeptic Edgeworth at the helm for the prosecution tomorrow, we're really going to have our work cut out for us. Sigh.